A very good morning to all. On behalf of the Office of CGPDTM, I, Netritva, Examiner of Patents and Designs, welcome you all to the inauguration program of Bouddhik Netritva Judicial Training Program for Joint Controllers of Patents and Designs and Bouddhik Madhyama Judicial Training Program for Senior Examiners of Trademarks, Geographical Indications and Copyright. We extend our warmest regards to our esteemed guest for today, Sri Sanjeev Sanyalji, Member of Honorable Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council, our Honorable CGPDTM Professor Dr. Unnati Panditji, our Head of Office Sri N.R. Meenaji, all the respected senior officers, all the respected trainee officers, and my dear colleagues. Sir, we are very honored to have you here with us today. May I request everyone to please join me in welcoming sir with a resounding applause. May I request Sanjeev sir and Honorable CG sir to please take the dais. The Bouddhik Netritva program is designed to cultivate leadership and judicial insight among joint controllers, while the Bouddhik Madhyama program focuses on strengthening analytical and educatory skills among the senior examiners. These initiatives reflect our commitment to fostering intellectual leadership, judicial excellence, and institutional growth within the IP ecosystem. I am confident that the knowledge and perspectives gained here will further our shared mission of promoting innovation and creativity. To formally begin our program in a spirit of knowledge and enlightenment, I would now like to invite our esteemed dignitaries, Sri Sanjeev Sanyal sir and respected CGPDTM sir for the lighting of the lamp. I would also request our respected Head of Office, Sri N.R. Meena sir, Director Sri Vicky Kumar sir, onto the stage to join in the lamp lighting ceremony. And may I please request S.K. Pandey sir, Deputy Secretary Sri Laljaji also, please onto the stage. Thank you, sir. The light we kindle today symbolizes wisdom, justice, clarity, and truth, values at the very heart of the IP ecosystem. May I now request respected Professor Dr. Unnati Pandit sir to please present a bouquet and memento to Sri Sanjeev Sanyal sir as a token of gratitude for his gracious presence. Thank you, sir. To formally commence the judicial training programs, I now invite Honorable CGPDTM sir to address the gathering. Sir, we look forward to your words that will set the context and direction of the sessions ahead. Sir, please.
It is a proud moment for each one of us that Sri Sanjeev Sanyalji is with us. He is a member to the Honorable Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council and also mentor to the IT office. His guidance and motivations have always been with us during this last 3+ years journey through which we have embarked the new avenues, new modifications, and the breakthrough transformations which we all have seen. The new positions which we have got granted. It was his report which has helped us and given us the energy to think beyond the sky and ensure that we build the strength to fly above the sky. And that strength is the biggest motivation which from you we have received. I also welcome all the senior leadership team from the patent office and also the senior examiners from the trademark registry. This is again after the Bouddhik Agavan. This is another level which we are trying to build in the skill training capacity building by introducing the Bouddhik Madhyama for the middle level leadership in the IT office and the Bouddhik Netritva for the senior leadership. At this point, I appreciate the efforts of Capacity Building Commission, CEG's Capacity Building Unit, RGNIIPM, who have really put in so much of efforts to build the culture of capacity building. We need the visionary IP leadership, and that's why as soon as we have got the results of examiners came out through NTA competitive examination, we have thought of implementing 16 week of a Bouddhik Agaman program, and it has been successfully implemented for 3 batches, sir. And 463 examiners got this training right from each and every aspect which is required while discharging their duties in the IP office. They have been given the on-job exposure also. They have practically worked on various proctored tests and continuous evaluation process was also being implemented. Besides this, the international aspect, legal aspect, quality aspect, the legal writing aspect, all these have been they have been exposed through this kind of a training. This training is certainly a need for building the visionary IP ecosystem, which is the core foundation while we are trying to build the technology and knowledge embedded economy. And as we know that IP is key to open the doors, so that whenever and in whatever the manner the application has been referred to us, we need to ensure that the judicious call on this application has been given with reason order, with proper detailing, and in time bound manner. Still, we have to again cope up with the third element in time bound manner, but there each and every officer's commitment to the delivery is important. The training is aligned to become a global innovation powerhouse. This can be achieved if we collectively work towards the vision of building the IP driven technology knowledge embedded economy. We all will need to emphasize on various kind of a collaboration. That's why the 3 years of our MOU with the Capacity Building Commission and their knowledge partners CAGs has been successfully executed by implementing the annual capacity building plan. The capacity building unit, which we have constituted initially with the 8 members, has now been expanded with more than 20 plus members. It's a strategic growth which we are trying to achieve. The kind of supporting need for the IB ecosystem we have to now focus in the coming months and years. Now we will again go one level up into the entire training, capacity building, and strengthening the IP ecosystem with the new team which has already started discharging their roles responsibility in patent. Now we are going to have the new officers joining the trademark registry. Also, we have received around 200 new recruitment which is to be done. Each and every team who is involved in executing this recruitment process need to gear up. Like patent, they were having a sleepless night for ensuring that timely execution is done. Same way, while putting up the proposal, everyone were working even during the midnight 12, 1, 1:30 also. They have sent their communication and they have received the response by 5:36 for their proposal. That's what the commitment which we have seen. Similar commitment, I think we will also do it for the trademark so that timely execution can also be done. It's a time that we offer the IP protection. One mark which we are trying to register is important for contributing into the economy. We have around 30 lakh plus mark which is registered, and every year 2.75 lakh mark is getting added to this. Imagine 1% of a mark is having a value of a 10 crore, then this is a direct contribution which the IP office can make into the economy. And that's why we need to streamline our operation. We need to ensure that appropriate reasoning and the disposal is done as per the rules, statutes which is there in the in different IP acts. We are also in process of amending the acts. So that's why it is important that we all participate in enforcement of all these amendments in our active practices. And that's why training and capacity building is essential. The role of IP leadership is going to be different from now onwards. We are looking to the IP leadership to ensure that they offer the 360-degree support in the growth of IP office, not just patent and design. the other IPs are also looking for their active support. And that's why the module training is designed keeping in view that we have the various types of exposure, the various experts from legal fraternity, from judiciary, various eminent judges have also given their consent to deliver the sessions. Few retired judges have also willingly accepted our invitation to deliver their thoughts on this transformation journey. So entire ecosystem is supporting us. We will now have to gear up to make sure that we are offering the productive utilization of this training. This will again build a culture in the IP office. The Bouddhik Madhyama and Bouddhik Netritva are a two such new initiative which is going to be initiated with this. I equally echo to all the online participants who have joined to this introductory inaugural session. Your active support is going to help this kind of initiatives which we are taking up. All the officers need to make sure that we are committed towards building the strong and vibrant IP ecosystem for the Viksit Bharat. And many new examiners who have joined, they are going to be in a leadership role. Many new senior examiners who are there in the trademark registry, they are going to lead when we are going to achieve the Viksit Bharat vision. So we all need to commit ourselves towards building this strong and vibrant IP ecosystem for our country. This is something which is required for the putting the country in a forefront of our IP. In 2014, when this government formed, we were at 83rd position in the Global Innovation Index. Currently, we are at a 38th position, but we deserve to be among the top 20. We have that kind of a ecosystem. Now we have to streamline our operations. We have to make sure that we work towards building a strong IP ecosystem. We have implemented a quality management system also. We have implemented the international SBU process excellence cell. The pre-grant and post-grant dedicated cell has been created. Now we are soon going to have technology verticals in the patent office, and similarly the verticals are going to be augmented in trademark registry also. So this transformation is going to be the ongoing process. We all need to be more vibrant, agile to this system. Augmenting the resources is the need for the IP office. Soon we are going to further expand the office. That's why we are going to see the infrastructural transformation also. While transformation is happening, we all need to again cooperate the administration, establishment, finance team, and the various other verticals. With this, I congratulate all the leadership team for such a vibrant participation. Almost all the members have participated in this training from the patent office and the trademark registry for this wonderful initiative of Bouddhik Madhyama and Bouddhik Netritva. Let's have one more level up in our skill capacity building initiative. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your insightful and inspiring words. Our next session is on the theme of India moving towards a knowledge economy driven by IT. It is indeed most appropriate that Sri Sanjeev Sanyal sir addresses us on this theme, as sir is currently serving as a member of the Honorable Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council with the rank of Secretary Government of India and is one of India's leading economists and authors. Sir has earlier served as the Principal Economic Advisor to the Government of India and spent over 2 decades in global financial markets, including as Chief Economist and Managing Director at Deutsche Bank. Sir is a Rhodes Scholar from Oxford. Sir has been honored with the KPS Menon Memorial Award, the Kalinga Book Award, and the Scotch Award for Economics. Sir, we are deeply honored to have you here with us today. May I now request you to kindly address us?
Good morning. Good morning, friends.
Good morning, sir.
It's a particular pleasure to be here. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to speak to all of you today. Special thank you to my friend Dr. Unnat Pandit, who has been a fellow traveler over the last few years in trying to upgrade India's intellectual property landscape. The intellectual property is absolutely central to how we in the government and how in the vision of the Honorable Prime Minister we are going to move forward towards Viksit Bharat. The vision of Viksit Bharat is not some open-ended vision. It's a vision for now no longer 25 years, it is now 23 years. So we have 23 years, it has a clear end date, and so therefore we need to really pull up our socks and move forward. And of course, this will not be possible unless and until we have a serious world-class intellectual property ecosystem. And so, all of you here in this room and those online have a critical role you play in getting this ecosystem moving ahead. Now, I'm coming uh, to the this office for some years now, and the first time I came here was in either end March or early April of the year 2022. And at that time, when I came here, it was the office right next door. Some of you, I don't know, I might have met some of you at that meeting as well. There were many complaints. So there were HR complaints that there weren't enough people. There were complaints that promotions had not happened for a long time. There were complaints about the quality of the infrastructure. This building had been delayed or hadn't got completed. Um, People were in cramped systems. The IT systems were uh, behind the behind schedule and not up to speed. And of course, the laws, the procedures were outdated. There were all kinds of problems. In fact, the only thing I heard about was problems. Um, and at that time, I had promised that I would put in a special effort into this. And so I and my team, we researched the issues. We put together a bunch of reports. They were presented all the way up to the Honorable Minister and then to the Honorable Prime Minister, and they gave full support for a complete transformation of the sector. Since then, I'm pleased to say that a lot of that work has got done. So I'm in a building that at that time was, I think there was already getting sort of in the process of getting constructed, but had been delayed for some time. But that building, we are sitting in it now. The promotions got done. Everybody warned me that there was no way that I would be able to get significant numbers of recruitments done, but I was able to get the sanctions, and then hundreds of people over the last year have got hired into this. People got promoted, new people got hired. There were all kinds of issues with the IT process. I know, for example, last year in the trademarks website was down for long periods of time, and I know Unnat fought very hard to sort of get that going, and I believe it's now more or less functioning. Solve that problem. Okay, so that problem also got solved. There were a number of international treaties in which we were lacking one by one with thought. We have joined those treaties where we thought it was a good idea to join them. And now a lot of rules, regulations, processes are being changed. Some of them already being changed. And I know a lot of consultations have happened for everything from patents, copyrights, design, trademark. A lot of discussions have happened, and some rules and laws, etc., are being changed. All of these things we had discussed, as I said, about 3.5 years ago, and one by one we have got them done. The result of that has been a significant improvement in the ecosystem that most people are, even you will be able to hopefully see from inside the changes, but more importantly, people outside have stated that the speed at which their patents are getting done and so on are improving. There was a special effort, many of you I know burnt your midnight oil in the year 23-24 to push up the number of patents being granted, spiked up in that year. A lot of the backlog got cleared up. Since then, with some hiccups, I admit, the recruitment of I think 460 new people got done. And let me say that you have sanctions for a lot more. Not just for patents, but also in trademark. You recently got 200 slots. Please fill them out. We need not only to think about, people will retire, people will leave and need to fill those out. We need to build ahead of the curve so that as and when new patenting culture comes, our scientific community begins to accelerate, which they are doing, you need to be in place. And for that, let me say, you will now have to put in another big round of effort, like you did in 23-24, to really up the game. Because yes, things have improved, and I have kept my side of the promise. Whatever I promised, I've given you. Now you, management team, but each one of you here have to keep your side of the promise. Which is, we had said at that time, the time taken to get a grant of a patent had to go down to just 30 months, which would be best in class, right? Are we there yet? No. We are not there yet. I think how much are we doing? 42 months?
52 to 40 years.
9 out of the 13 subjects, we said we have 40, 45.
Not good enough. 40, 42 is not good enough. We have to be best in class. If we are building capacities ahead of requirement, then you should be doing even better when the thing hasn't come. It is not good enough that in 2024, 23-24, you put in a special effort, 1 lakh patents, and then you go back down. And then you give me excuses that, oh, we have given everybody promotion, so now we can't do examining. I'm sorry. Then what's the purpose of giving promotions? What kind of sarkari type thinking is that? You were doing certain kind of jobs till yesterday, now you can't do it because you have got promoted. And that now becomes a bottleneck. Not good enough. If you need to stand in the trenches and do what you used to do before you got promoted, you have to be willing to do it. You have to keep the pipeline moving. And that pipeline, I'm sorry, is not moving at the pace it can. It may be better than before, but being better than before is not our target. Our target is to be best in class. You have to compare yourselves with the best in the world, with the Chinese, with the South Koreans, not even the Americans. You have to be out there. And for that, we will give you whatever support you need. You need another new building in front, you will get it. You need more people, you will get it. You need more laws, new procedures, you will get it. Please be clear about exactly what you need, the infrastructure you need, the IT support you need, the budgets you need. Be clear and you will get it. But it must come with a commitment from your side that you will deliver an IP system that is genuinely world class. Do I have that promise with you? Yes. Now, what are the things we need? And I want not only speak, I want feedback from you. So one part of why I've come here is not to give a rousing speech, but to actually have an interaction with you about what are the hard things that we need to do. As I said, the training upgrading has to be done on an ongoing basis, not one time, 60 people in and then we stop, or 200 people into trademark and we stop. This has to be ongoing because training systems have to be ongoing. You cannot stop and start them. I know you have a facility in Nagpur. That facility has to be used. It has to be ongoing. Please use it. Secondly, whatever rules, regulations need to be changed, please be clear why they need to be changed. They will get changed. And of course, processes are in your hand, right in this office. There is no reason to go back to the parliament to change laws for a large number of things. Just change them at your level. And that requires the senior members here to take on board feedback from the examiners, the young people you've taken on board. Many of the reforms that we did, by the way, you will be surprised to know, were due to the feedback I got from two very young, at that time 24, 25 and 26-year-olds, who I happened to meet on my visit in April 2022. I walked into your general areas, they were having lunch. I simply dragged them into the room and began asking them how the processes work and what the bottlenecks were. And they told me, because they were on the ground. So the same kind of culture you have to go back down to the people, those of you particularly in the management, have to be willing to step out of your offices, go to the people on the trenches. Maybe the problems you had 3-4 years ago got solved, there are now new problems. New areas of study will emerge, new areas of intellectual work will happen in the world, new kinds of patents. Artificial intelligence will change the game in multiple fields. So we need to be ready for this. And you will not know what these are. One of the problems of becoming older is that you get stuck with fighting yesterday's battles. So the only way many of you, particularly those who are now in the management and more senior, are going to stay up to date is that you go back into the field, talk to the people who are today's cutting edge and ask them what they want. Ask industry what they want, not just in your own office. Go out to industry and ask them what do they want. And based on that, if there are things you need, if you need new kinds of software, if you need new kinds of recruitment, if you need new kinds of laws, tell us. Tell us clearly. If we are failing you in some way from the policy front, it is our problem to solve it. But we have to be told, just like you need feedback from the ground, I also need feedback from the ground. So tell me in the next few minutes, I will be here. What is it that you need? But I should not have to come here another 3 years from now and have debates on capacity. Because that point in time, my idea is that India should be getting about 2.5 lakh applications. And you should be able to grant 1 lakh a year on a routine basis, not as a special effort, but on a routine basis. Will you be able to do that?
Yes, sir.
Can do?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm now going to stop because one of the things I wanted to do on this trip was to listen to you. So let me go back and sit there with Unnat and let's hand over a mic to the rest of you and maybe we can have a conversation. Thank you very much.
So we can have an interactive discussion. We still have some time, so if any one of you would like to share your, yeah, please, Parija. We can give the mic to Parija.
Sir, good morning, both of you. I'm Parija Sauram and I'm your joint controller at IPO Kolkata. Sir, I'm looking into examination division, electrical, electronics, computer science, and everything. So what I have observed for the last 1 year, applications which are coming to us, they are now AI based. Now, sir, the bottleneck which is being created is Section 3K. So we don't have a big, the definition of Section 3K, AI-based applications, every third and fourth applications are coming AI-based. The blockchain technology and everything. So now how to proceed and how to create the... Very good point. Are you already beginning to look at that? I'll give it to Munna, but this is something we need to act very, very quickly.
So we have specifically the AI is not just limited to the IT related invention. It has crossed the boundaries, influencing various sectors. So for dealing with this, we have brought the CRI guideline, which has the clarity on how the AI related invention is allowable within the purview of Section 3K, because as Sir has also mentioned, so many things which we can address at our level by augmenting the resources, and also ensuring that the streamlining in our processes, the need which is essentially required to deal with the AI related cases. And we have granted various such invention wherein the hardware is embedded with the AI. And those cases with 80 such different examples has also been captured in this new guideline, which has been appreciated by the industry. But now we have to start utilizing this guideline. Many controllers are flexible on referring to this guideline. There should not be a flexibility approach. There should be a mandatory approach to refer this document, which has been created in the interest of IP officer, IP office, and also the stakeholder, so that there is no double mind in any kind of a technical concept. There should be absolute clarity what the stakeholder or attorney or applicant is believing, and what is the belief for the IP officer. And that's why a training is also planned for the CRI related invention, how to deal with. So after the completion of this Bouddhik Madhyama and Bouddhik Netritva program, we are going to have the CRI related training maybe by end of this month or early next month, to all the controllers and examiners who are routinely dealing with this computer related inventions. And it has been the multidisciplinary approach which has been evolved over a period for dealing with this kind of a. So now healthcare and AI is the new normal. The green technology and AI is again the new domain which is emerging. So no longer it is going to be the traditionally the 13 subject specialty. That's why we have introduced the 14th subject, where there is a multidisciplinary approach. Two controller can be engaged, or one senior controller, and to assist him, one another controller can be attached to that to deal with this application, so that we are efficiently disposing in time bound manner and without gap in the technical understanding to deal with these cases. So this is something which is evolving. I think as soon as we are going to be part of this capacity building initiative, which has been well taken by the CBU, we will deal with this kind of issues.
Let me add to this. By the way, AI type things are not just in patents. You're going to face this everywhere. This is going to be a major thing in copyright and all kinds of non-scientific areas. In artistic areas, AI is going to be everywhere. I mean, I will tell you as a writer myself, I can see that in the future, I may write a short story that we converted into a script by AI and maybe into a movie by AI. The entire thing may be AI. It's not some theory thing. I'm actually working on a project already on all of this. So all of this now has to be, thought through and done. There are already guidelines. Please work on it. Do not wait for everything to become Parliament has to tell me what to do. You have to take the initiative. That's what leadership. This is a leadership. Bouddhik. The point about leadership is that you have to think through the problem and try and solve it. Not come back to me and or for every little thing and say, oh, but the law has not been clarified. Well, it's your problem to clarify it. The regulations are at your level. If some clarity needs to be done. It should be done at the patent office level.
First of all, thank you, sir, for coming and interacting with us and for all the efforts that you have already done. My name is Rekha. I am Joint Controller of Patents and Designs. Currently, I am heading the QMS division. Sir, I have the experience of interacting with multiple patent offices and ground level topics because I was attending the meeting of international search authorities and all. So I had the opportunity to actually understand how other patent offices are working at the ground level because I got opportunity to interact with the people working at the ground level. So we already have much infrastructure in terms of buildings, furniture, and all. And we need to have more on soft infrastructure front. So one thing as a patent office, we first had access to search databases only in the year 2009. Like I joined as an examiner in the year 2002, and for the first time, we had access to search databases for patents in 2009 when many of my colleagues along with me who are sitting here, we all got promoted to controller. We no longer had to do the search. And after that also, it was like an intermittent supply, like when we had access to data. So these search databases, which all other leading patent offices are having, they are all having access to multiple search databases because they all have some unique selling points. Some is better than the other, like that. So we are still trying to go for a tendering system and all, whereas the product is actually not like that. And now
No, but there was something that was accepted and then it got stuck. If I remember, there was something was tendered, some product was actually accepted, and then it got stuck for some bureaucratic reason.
Yes.
But we need to get on with this.
All these databases are the international agencies who are providing these databases in India, and mainly for supplying there is only single agency in India, and for them process need the three bidders, and for typical subscription of a database.
So please give me a note on this. I have actually, for some other reason, I have called the GEM portal person to my room and will get a serious scolding today for similar things that they have with scientific, not data, products, scientific instruments and equipment. And this kind of thing goes on all the time. This is not acceptable. So I need to have this chat. Please send me a 2-page note on this. Yeah. Has been going on for a long time, and I agree it's absolutely not acceptable.
Sir, my
See,
point is
in case of a scientific instrument, there is a physical asset which is visible. But in database, I think that physical appearance is only the subscription. So it is a bit difficult to get it through.
No, I'm sorry. We are now we are now in the 25th year of the 21st century. We can't say, oh, it is soft, this is hard. This is a ridiculous level of thinking. If we need that kind of equipment, and if GEM portal cannot provide it, then it's GEM portal's problem to solve the problem. Yes, sir, you were saying something.
sir, I wanted to say that we actually will be going to purchase as a complementary item because of these products we all have AI also. So no AI can be compared to another AI.
No, I agree with
These
you.
are all unique products. So tendering like any other product in the market won't work for the.
No, I agree. So we need to have a more intelligent way of dealing with this. As I said, this same problem exists, by the way, with scientific products. Very often, there's only one guy who can produce this particular scientific instrument.
Acid.
Now, if you just put it out there as specification for tendering, somebody will claim to produce some garbage with
अच्छा ठीक है
actually has all the things but doesn't actually work.
हाँ
Medical research people face this all the time. And since we
ठीक
cannot
है
order by brand and
ठीक है
reputation, we end up with an absurd
हाँ हाँ
situation
हाँ
where this specification is put out. Somebody claims that it
ठीक
works,
है
and maybe
नहीं नहीं
it
मैंने
does
मैंने
work in
हाँ
a
नहीं
proper
मैं नहीं
way,
जानता
but
ये ठीक है ना
the
fact of the matter is, in reality, it does not work for the practical purpose that it's
ठीक है,
required.
डन
And
डन
this is going
निकलता
on.
तो बात करना
It is
उससे
simply not an acceptable situation. And so I fully take your feedback on this, and I I've already made some fuss about it. I will make more fuss about it.
This is something very minimum for patent office.
No, I agree. You don't have you are speaking to the converted.
And another thing, sir, expanding it further, we also need collaborative tools, access to collaborative tools other than the freely available ones. Like my colleagues, many of them create a Google form every day. For some work-related matters, they need to collect information. A Google form is made from the freely available this thing. But as an institution, I think we should be having subscription to a very good collaborative tool which we
No. So I agree. This is the same problem by the large parts of the government face. Much of government functions actually on WhatsApp.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, very recently, we have said that we have this Zoho thing. But the fact of the matter is, the large part of these kinds of things, and by the way, in the end, Google has entire access to all of this, and yet I cannot complain about it because you will actually not be able to function if I had to impose privacy laws on you. So I agree, this is not a way to go about it. I'm with you on this.
Sir, there is recruitment at all level, like examiners. So many examiners come in the office. But sir, there is no recruitment at the level of staff and MTS. For example, I am group leader biotechnology. I have zero MTS and zero staff with me. And sir, we are getting seats very late. My examiners are waiting for seats, waiting for computers, and they are from IIT, ISER, and they have no seat and no computer.
So no excuse for that, Unna. Your job.
And sir, one more thing. We got such a big building now, but I am sharing room with trademark registrar and one biomedical engineering. Sir, in biotech, there is no trademark like thing. We see point mutation.
So this is no excuse, Unna. You really have to get out of it.
Sir, nobody listens us.
No, I'm listening. No, he's also listening.
Sir, you only come for our rescue, sir, always. And our promotion is now again ready. In 2 years, we are eligible for senior promotion.
No promotions till you get it down to 40. From 40 to 30. You have to also deliver, no?
40 महीने में से 30 महीने में कैसे आते हैं? ठीक है,
डिलीवरी चाहिए, आप ये डिलीवरी
that spirit
मैं
is required.
अच्छा बताइए कब तक आप 30 पे ले आएंगे?
बायोटेक में कब तक 30 महीने में होगा?
30 महीने में लाइए।
जी बताइए, आप तो ग्रुप लीडर हैं, आप बताइए कब तक आएगा 30 महीने?
एक साल तक हमें कोई काम नहीं आया, हम तो डिलीवरी करने के लिए तैयार बैठे हैं सर।
तो आपके पास कोई काम ही नहीं है एक साल में।
वो एग्जाम में डिले हो गए सर।
हाँ तो देखिए, Ajay, I'm sorry, I have. No. So I have stated this earlier also. I do not have any sense of humor about this argument that nothing has come to us. If it is so difficult, then you should go back to the examiner level yourself and pass them and come back up. Because no, I'm sorry, this is not anything. If you are committed to a national cause, after all, I don't also have to come here and listen to any of you.
What I'm saying.
Right?
Any software.
So if you're not getting it from examiner level, maybe some of you can go back down there, do the examination yourself and bring it up the system. This is not an argument at all. कि मैं बैठी हूँ, this is not an acceptable. आप किसी I'm sorry, you see, everybody wants their own system to go up, and I am no excuse to the fact that you are not given infrastructure, etc. But to say that you are waiting for stuff to be sent up is no excuse. No excuse at all. Because to say that this is kind of sarkari pana.
एक्ट में लिखा हुआ है।
एफटीएस चाहिए ये एक्ट में कहीं नहीं लिखा है।
नहीं है,
ऐसा कुछ नहीं लिखा है।
कि हमारे यहाँ एग्जामिनेशन कैसे होगा वो एक्ट में लिखा हुआ है सर।
I am sorry. I have no excuse for people to say now I have become too high and mighty to be doing ground level work. That is not an acceptable way. And if you get treated but not being given an MTS, etc., I have sympathy for you. But to say that I will not do work till, this is the kind of thing I hear occasionally in other offices. The file has not come to me because the peon is on holiday.
Now we have 50 examiner.
तो कराइए, तो वो इमीडिएटली आएगा। 30 मैं काउंट करूंगा, आपसे आके पूछूंगा कि आपने 30 महीने में दिया नहीं। हाँ मैं काउंट करूंगा। मैं आके काउंट करूंगा। I am a hard taskmaster. I get the job done, but that does not mean I expect you to deliver as well. मैं आपके लिए अब मैंने काम किया, लेकिन आपको भी डिलीवर करना पड़ेगा।
If we are discussing about biotechnology, there is one order which has been passed related to NPA related assurance, which applicant has to give to the IP office. There are several such applications still into the system which is grantable. We have hold this. And there is a procedure which has been laid down in that order also. Patilji, correct me if I am wrong. But still, there is an adamant nature within the controllers not to follow the rules, not to follow the procedure which has been laid out. And not a single controller which is showing me in their module about zero case pending in biotechnology. Then how one can see that I don't have a cases? Not a single controller of a chemistry who says that I have a zero cases. Show me, I have a MIS which has been implemented. So MIS is not showing any nil case to any controller. Not a single controller in biotechnology and chemistry also. So the way we are presenting is something which is required to make sure that we are timely delivering. कितने केस है जो हमने आज भी 2012 का एक बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का केस है, कंट्रोलर इज नॉट गिविंग द हियरिंग in spite of a repeated caution note which has been given. That is absolutely in chemistry a wrong interpretation given by the controller and absolutely a wrong process. लास्ट के 3 डिजिट देखकर ऑर्डर इश्यू कर दिया, अभी पेटेंट एग्जामिन हो रहा है, हियरिंग देना है, उसको डिस्पोज ऑफ कर दिया, रिजेक्ट कर दिया, और उसको करेक्ट करने के लिए भी कंट्रोलर को कहते हैं दैट कंट्रोलर इज सो एडमेंट एंड इगोइस्टिक, ही इज नॉट करेक्टिंग हिज ऑर्डर। अरे भाई इतना ईगो क्यों है? सही बात करें ना, इतना ईगो क्यों है? पूरा इसका इंक्वायरी करना पड़ा, एक कमेटी बनाना पड़ा, कमेटी ने रिपोर्ट सबमिट किया, वो रिपोर्ट फिर सीजी ऑफिस में टेबल हुआ एंड देन based on that report now we have corrected and it has taken more than a year to correct the mistake made by that controller. पहले तो एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया, then IT through IT we could able to prove that there is a mistake. जिस आईडी से, जिस आईपी एड्रेस से, जिस डे टाइम सेकंड के आधार पर वो अपडेट हुआ है, ऐसा रिजिड नहीं होना है. When system is flexible enough to support, we should utilize. इतनी रिजिडिटी सिस्टम में आएगी तो कभी ग्रो ही नहीं कर पाएंगे. तो वाइब्रेंसी जो चाहिए, विकसित भारत आईपी के फाउंडेशन से बनाना है. कैसे बनेगा अगर इतना रिजिडिटी हम अपने सिस्टम में रखेंगे? कभी शेयरिंग ऑफ रिसोर्सेज भी करना पड़ता है. तो शेयरिंग ऑफ रिसोर्सेज के लिए भी मतलब इस तरह से थोड़ा पूरा ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन जब हो रहा है, आने वाले समय में 200 लोग ट्रेडमार्क के आएंगे, 350 नए ऑफिसर्स की फाइल ऑलमोस्ट ऑन द वर्ज ऑफ क्लियरेंस. डीओई डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एक्सपेंडिचर की जितनी भी क्वेरीज थी वो सारी हमने एड्रेस कर दी। नाउ जो बेल कर्व बनाने के लिए उनका एक जो रिकमेंडेशन था दैट आल्सो हैज बीन डन। सो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन ने वो बेल कर्व भी तैयार कर लिया है ताकि स्लोली स्टेडीली जो 4-4 5-5 साल बाद रिक्रूटमेंट होती थी उसको स्ट्रीमलाइन करके आने वाले 5 साल के अंदर कैसे वो पीरियोडिक कैडर बेस्ड रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस में हम जा सके। तो ये भी एक है कि लॉन्ग टर्म में जो सर ने कहा है वो हमें अचीव करना पड़ेगा कि 65 to 100 ओपनिंग एवरी ईयर कैसे धीरे धीरे करके फिलअप हो। तो उतने रिटायर्ड होंगे उतनी नई रिक्रूटमेंट होगी, तभी जाके एक स्टेबल स्ट्रक्चर ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का हमारा खड़ा होगा। जब तक ये सारी चीजें होती है तब तक ये बदलाव की प्रक्रिया बनी रहेगी। ऐसा कतई नहीं होना चाहिए कि एक साल की सरकार हमें बेनिफिट देती रहे और रिट्रोस्पेक्टिवली हम सरकार को हम उसी माहौल में काम करेंगे, उसी सिस्टम से काम करेंगे, तो वो तो कभी होगा ही नहीं। मतलब जो एप्लीकेशन डिस्पोज करने की बात है 2019 से पहले के आरक्यू को डिस्पोज करने के लिए हमने 2 साल से अंदर आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव हमने बड़ा कैंपेन चलाया, लेकिन फिर भी आज भी 250 एप्लीकेशन है जो पेंडिंग है। तो क्यों है? एक भी हाई कोर्ट ने ये नहीं कहा कि पेटेंट ऑफिस अपना काम करना बंद कर दे क्योंकि केस हमारे पास लंबित है। एक भी हाई कोर्ट ने ऐसा कोई भी निर्देश नहीं दिया है, ना एक्ट में भी लिखा हुआ है। तो क्यों हम केस बंद कर देते हैं फाइल? हाई कोर्ट में अपील हुआ है या हाई कोर्ट में इसको चैलेंज किया गया है तो हम अपना काम करना बंद कर दें, ऐसा कोर्ट कहती है क्या? क्यों हम ओवर इंटरप्रेट करते हैं? तो कहीं ना कहीं हमारा माइंडसेट प्रॉब्लम भी है और ऐसे माइंडसेट प्रॉब्लम को भी क्लैरिफाई करने के लिए ऐसी ट्रेनिंग की आवश्यकता है। तो नेतृत्व कैसा होना चाहिए, बौद्धिक लीडरशिप, आईपी लीडरशिप कैसी होनी चाहिए? तो वो लीडरशिप एक विजन के साथ आईपी इकोसिस्टम को डेवलप करे, एस्टैब्लिश करे। इसीलिए जुडिशियल ट्रेनिंग है। This is not just the training on HR practices or anything other than the skilling. पक्का और काफी गहरा ट्रेनिंग होने वाला है। मतलब जैसे जैसे इसमें आगे बढ़ते जाएंगे सर, we have designed it तो लाइव केसेस में भी ग्रुप में डिस्कशन डिबेट वगैरह, ताकि कोई भी आज जो जिस स्तर पर वो ट्रेनिंग लेने के लिए आए हैं 15 दिन के अंदर उनको उनके पूरे अप्रोच में बदलाव आए। जैसे एक हफ्ते का सीनियर एग्जामिनर्स का ट्रेनिंग है, वी हैव अ ह्यूज पेंडेंसी। मतलब आज हमारा 7.62 लाख न्यू एप्लीकेशंस आर पेंडिंग इन ट्रेडमार्क रजिस्ट्री, व्हिच इज डिफिकल्ट टू डिस्पोज ऑफ विद द करंट लेवल ऑफ मैन पावर। तो वहां पर भी एक नए इनोवेटिव सोच के साथ हमें काम करना पड़ेगा, तभी जाके ये सारी समस्याएं हम हल कर पाएंगे। तो 200 लोग आने में 1-1.5 साल का समय लगेगा, बट बाय दैट टाइम दिस पेंडेंसी विल राइज टू 10 लाख और 11 लाख। तो ये तो नहीं चल सकता ना। इकोसिस्टम में इकोनॉमिक ब्लॉकेज हो जाए ट्रेडमार्क में, ये हमारा उद्देश्य होना ही नहीं चाहिए, ये गोल भी नहीं है। तो कैसे हम एक वाइब्रेंट ट्रेडमार्क रिजीम की ओर बढ़े, तो थोड़ा आउट ऑफ बॉक्स सोचना पड़ेगा। इसीलिए सर सीनियर एग्जामिनर्स की ट्रेनिंग है, 2.5 लाख हमारा ऑपोजिशन है। तो जैसे आपने फैसिलिटी भी देखा, तो वी वांट टू मेक श्योर इसमें कैसे हम अल्टरनेट डिस्प्यूट रिजोल्यूशन या मीडिएशन अप्रोच अप्लाई करें। तो कहीं ना कहीं जो मैंने पहले भी कहा कि आई सीनियर लीडरशिप टीम को पेटेंट डिजाइन के हम कंट्रोलर है या जॉइंट कंट्रोलर है, ऐसा नहीं है। यू आर एन आईपी ऑफिस लीडर, तो पेटेंट डिजाइन से हटके भी बाकी आईपीएस के लिए भी सोचना होगा। क्यों ना हम मीडिएशन कर सके, क्यों ना हम एडीआर के लिए भी कंट्रीब्यूट कर सके। यू आर द परफेक्ट 20-25 इयर्स एक्सपीरियंस्ड आईपी ऑफिसर। तो ये भी एक ट्रेनिंग हम लेंगे, उसके प्रति एक पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट के साथ काम करेंगे तो बदलाव आएगा। और हमारे इन हाउस 40 ऐसे रिसोर्सेज बिल्टअप होंगे तो बाहर के रिसोर्सेज पुल करके हम अराउंड 80-100 ऐसे एक्सपर्ट्स को एंगेज करके ये सारे ऑपरेशन मैटर को कैसे डिस्पोज ऑफ कर सके। तो दिस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज रिक्वायर्ड। हाँ, शुरू शुरू में ये सारी चीजों के ऊपर कहीं ना कहीं हमें लगता है कि रिसोर्सेज पूल करने हैं, हम साथ में काम नहीं कर सकते, ये अप्रोच में भी बदलाव लाना पड़ेगा। एक दूसरे को समझना पड़ेगा, एक दूसरे के सिस्टम को समझना पड़ेगा, ट्रेडमार्क लॉ को भी हम समझे, पेटेंट प्रोविजंस को भी समझाए। तो ज्ञान साझा करने से ही ज्ञान बढ़ता है। That approach I think will help each one of us in this training program also. Thank you.
So I have to leave now, but let me say that overall, this is not. This is okay. There is one more question which I will take, but basically the point message I want to give is: look, your profession is very important to the vision of Viksit Bharat. It cannot be a bottleneck in the speed at which India grows, but that requires leadership from you. And while you know that I am personally willing to stand up for many things that you need, and I have delivered on those things as well, I want you to also know that I pull no punches. Even if it is the Supreme Court and the judiciary, many of you know I'm quite capable of commenting on their lacunas. So I'm not somebody who is not going to call a spade a spade. And I'm going to call a spade a spade that, look, you cannot have this attitude that, now I have been promoted to this level, this is now my emoluments, but not thinking about whether or not you're actually contributing to the speeding up of the process. If you have to be leaders as opposed to just occupying a post, then you have to step out, think out of the box, take chances, work extra hard, inspire your team to do things. Coming and saying that, oh, I was not given this and that, well, you know what? I also function all the time without having half the things I should have. I don't have the number of MTSs, even I don't have the number of MTSs I'm supposed to have as Secretary of the Government of India. नहीं, एटीट्यूड बदलना पड़ेगा सबको, आपको ही नहीं सर। तो जब आएंगे तो आपको भी मिलेगा, लेकिन इसके आधार पे आप रोक नहीं सकते। हाँ तो ठीक है, आपको भी कभी ना कभी मिलेगा, तब तक चलते रहेंगे। नहीं, मैं आपको एक पर्टिकुलरली बोल नहीं रहा हूँ, ये सबको बोल रहा हूँ कि हमें ये आगे ले जाना पड़ेगा। And excuse cannot be that I do not have this, I do not have that. Sometimes, like for example with software, I fully agree. How on earth is somebody going to do a search as fast as AI? Human beings can't do it. So that's a blocking. But this idea, and I tell you, I face this in other places, not just in some other parts of the government have gone. Some joint secretary will tell me the file has not come to me because the peon is on leave. You've got to be kidding me. Just go to your wherever that peon is, pick it up yourself and bring it to yourself. This kind of thing I do not have any time for. If you need to go out there and speed it up personally, working on weekends, so be it. I work all weekends, as it happens to me. So can you. Because this needs a national effort. And you have to feel that you are a part of that national effort. Yes, sir.
Sir, I'm Dr. Ragilan, Director of this Chennai Joint Controller. Sir, first thing is an update regarding this non-patent literature. By the direction of our IT leader, we approached this Infinite Gandhinagar regarding the access for the One Nation, One Subscription. So it took more than 6 months. So it has come to in shape. We will come back to you if there is any struggle in getting the access. Though access is as free to other department, government ready. So just
you are yourself not getting it free.
That we are not getting, we are trying.
That should be easier.
Yeah.
Actually, One Nation, One Subscription was made for the academic institutions. And they are using this 30 plus publishers literature resources for the research. Now we are evaluating the research outcome. So we should equally have that.
As a letter being sent.
So we have sent, we have got this. It has taken some time, 6 months plus. But now we are part of this entire system. Mr. Lal Jha and the team have really been interacting with the Ministry of Education, and we have our nodal person, Atikullah is there. He is now the nodal person, and we have got this onboarded to the One Nation One Certificate. So this is a big change which has been already been done. We will now have the resources of a 30 plus publishers, literature, all the IP officers. And the non-patent literature also, we are going to have a SOI signed with the InfluNet, and we will also have a few literature journal non-patent literature suppliers, so that this can be seamlessly having the access of the literature to the, and we have started publishing our search string as part of our quality initiative, so that whatever we are doing, there is an absolutely transparent approach to the stakeholders. So they will have a clarity what approach we have adopted for identifying the citations, patent and non-patent also. Okay. So that there is a clarity and transparency with the stakeholder, the attorney and the technical experts will come to know what we are approach we have adopted. So this is a quality initiative which we have taken up with the Rekha ji and the team who is working.
Are you free this afternoon? Can you,
Yeah.
can you come to my office, because the GEM portal person, joint secretary, is coming. Yeah, no, I really have to stop. I have. Huh? Okay, मैं एक किसी को भेज दीजिए, ज़्यादा लोग हैं। One person you send, whoever is the relevant person for getting this, because the GEM portal joint secretary is going to come. They must understand the problem, and I've got somebody from the medical field who is runs one of the large hospitals to come as the procurement person in the hospital, and you can be representing. So then you see, unless they hear the feedback, वो लोग कुछ करेंगे नहीं. And I intend to solve this problem. And as you can by now tell, I don't have a sense of humor, so I will push the change through.
One request only, sir. So because actually we want this milestone only for the development of the country. We Sir, thank you, sir. Actually, this is very nice. Actually, you are given an opportunity for interacting with us. We are very grateful for you with the efforts which are taken for us. We got the promotion, and thank you once again. And this is for our country, I believe. So we need two things actually: utility model patents. That is one thing, and the other one is one first appeal mechanism. Because one patent law is supposed to rejecting this one. Actually, all the people have to go to high court, and there is a time delay is happening for the delay of the process. And so if you could able to make a first
tribunal kind of
yeah, it is tribunal thing like Indian tax it is there. So similarly, if CGPDTM office, but first appeal
both utility patent and the appellate authority, I think this will require the legal amendment, and maybe this is a timely intervention which we should propose to the ministry, so that utility model is a long time demand, and it has also been recommended into the national IPR policy 2016. It has almost 9 years are over, so I think this is something which we should be proposing its structure. There has been one study which has been done in DPIIT also. So seriously, the DPIIT and IT office is already working on the utility model. But certainly, if the provisions and recommendations, all the leadership team can propose the clauses, languages also, and also for the other aspect on the affiliate or appeal of the application. There is a novel structure which we may need to be defining on this, and dispute resolution is also one of the through which we can settle this kind of issues. So all the three aspects we need to bring as a change in our legislative structure.
the issue is there, sir, actually because
So let me say that and this will I'll have to now leave. The appellate thing I am sympathetic to, but let me say on utility patents, while I'm sympathetic to the concept, I'm not institutionally sympathetic to it, because even for normal stuff, you are not able to cope with it. Now with utility, you will get such a rush of new kinds of patents, which you are simply not capable of dealing with. So until and unless I am satisfied that you are able to deal with normal quarter of a million patents applications, which means about uh, 1 lakh to 1,15,000 grants a year on a standard basis. Until I am comfortable that that is something you cannot do on a routine basis, don't expect my support for utility patents, because otherwise you will mess the existing system up as well. आपको जो करना है वो नहीं हो रहा है और आप नया चीज मांग रहे हैं. Do not ask for a new thing until you deliver on the thing you're supposed to. Please don't do this. I need delivery of the normal patents, please. Utility patents will require a large amount of capacity which you don't have. And you have delivered nothing to suggest to me that you can deal with the anyway normal patents that come into the system. So, while I conceptually agree, I am not going to be a supporter of this. No, I am with you on this. This is a process that can be sorted. Yes, so why don't you take this up, write it down into a 2-3 page note, send it to me, send me a copy. No, you just write a 3-page thing. Step 1, remove. Step 2, improve. Exactly what needs to be done. Send him a copy and send me a copy. We'll do it. And then we'll train it. We'll institutionalize it. आप लिखो ना, nobody is stopping you. You write it. Done. You're taking it up? Then you write it down, write it all thing down, send him a copy, send me a copy. And we'll get it done. चलो करो बोलना नहीं. Start now. Okay, I really have to leave now.
Just 30 seconds. That's why we need the new approach in Netritva. There is a possible amendment which in the work is going on in background. There are 6 guidelines which we are bringing, and that is for the entire new approach which we have to deploy into the trademark.
You write it. You write it.
That is something which is. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. With this, we formally mark the inauguration of the Judicial Training Program. We look forward to meaningful discussions, shared learning, and strengthened collaboration over the coming sessions. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us today, and thank you all for contributing to the journey. So, thank you. Anyone, please join us.